Why do my children talk so much to their friends, but when it comes to me, they hardly say anything? If you have wondered this, then stay with me till the end and I will tell you what the problem is and how a small shift in your question can change the entire conversation that you have with your children. This is one question that every parent asks their children every single day. How was school? And the answer? A shrug and fine. And the conversation is over. Door closed. Is that so? Is that what happens with you too? Now think about yourself. Why is it so easy to share things with a close friend who doesn't jump to give advice and who doesn't tell you, I told you so? And it feels difficult to share things with a person, maybe a family member who you think is going to give you advice. Don't you think it's the same with kids too? Let me share something very interesting. I've been a teacher for more than 25 years now. And when I walk into the classroom, you know what happens? 40 children and 40 different stories. Ma'am, you know what happened in the games period? Ma'am, I had a terrible fight with my friend. Ma'am, you know, my sister is not talking to me and this and that. Everything from this end to that end. And not a single thing related to my subject, maths. That is a time that I realized that children are natural born storytellers. They just are waiting for somebody to hear out their stories. So the real question is not why doesn't my child tell me everything? The real question is how do I make my child feel safe enough to share things with me? You think what you have is a communication problem, but what you have is an emotional safety quotient problem. Children don't stop sharing because suddenly they have become secretive. It is because they predict what is going to happen when they share with you. They expect number one, advice. Before they even finish a sentence, we jump in to give one advice. And of course, our intention is very good, but then we are interrupting them. Number two, we fix in and we tell them, you know, I told you so. They are not wanting that. They just want a listener in you. And number three, and most important maybe, they don't want to disappoint you. When they feel that, you know, they share something which they shouldn't have done or they actually regret doing it, they feel that they're going to be, disappointing you. And what you think as a parent really matters to them. The good news is, you don't have to have that long conversations. All you have to do is listen patiently. You know, ask questions like, what made you smile today? Or did you have a fight with somebody? What was the best part of the day today? What is the lowest part of the day today? These are questions which cannot be asked with fine or nothing. And when they start telling you, just listen patiently. No advice, no fixing, no judgment. Just smile and listen. And you know what? Try to relate it to something that they have said earlier. So maybe like, okay, Arav is the friend with whom you played football earlier? Or, oh, this is the friend, you had that conversation that day and now you have become friends again. So when you say things like this, they know that, oh, my mother is genuinely interested in me. And in fact, actually try to be genuinely interested in just hearing out the story. And then you will see how the conversation changes. I want to leave you with one final and very important thought. One day, things that they want to share would not be that, I had a fight with this person or I felt bad. It might be something more serious like the child is being bullied or I copied by mistake or said some bad words. This is the time the child needs a very patient listener in you. And this trust where the child knows that they can share anything with you without being judged is not built over a day. It's built over these small conversations when you've had when the child is 4-year-old, 8-year-old, 9-year-old. During the teenage phase, The child is already sure that you have had a trust built where conversing with you, sharing with you is a ritual. That is the time the child knows that he or she is safe enough to share so many things with you, and that is what these conversations are actually building up to. So when you had a ritual of connection, when you have these moments where you just have conversations where maybe you also share what went wrong, what made you laugh, what didn't really go wrong, what didn't really go right, when you are also sharing with them, then this trust, which definitely doesn't just come out one fine day, which has been built over these years, this is the trust on which the child relies and then shares with you the important things where the child actually needs advice. Every time your child feels heard instead of being judged, you are building the bridge between you and your child. The bridge is getting stronger and stronger. So now comment below. What is that one question you're going to ask today to change the conversation that you have with your child? If you're a working parent who wants lesser power struggle, calmer mornings, and more emotional connect with your child, then subscribe to this channel. And every week I'll be coming up with a video which is based on my years of experience working with children and science-based facts. Follow me, subscribe to this channel.